another uncomfortable conversation. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna put that right there. La, da, da. Welcome. Don't get too fucking comfortable. As you can tell from the title, we're here for another uncomfortable conversation. And well, my uncomfortable conversations get pretty much as uncomfortable as they're gonna get. Online, that is. So, without further ado, let's get to it. But first, before I have to do anything else, I have to do this. Just breathe. Just feel it. You're gonna need it. This shit's gonna get very uncomfortable. Just breathe. You're gonna need it. Relax. With the spirits of my elders, the spirits of my ancestors, as the smoke swirls, let us create a wall of protection, forged in fire, reinforced in air. I call it the spirit of the South. Spirit of fire. Burn away all obstacles that hold back courage, that hold back pure thought at this particular moment. Calling the spirit of the East, the swift spirit of the air. Bring clarity to those in attendance. As I clear the energy, relax your mind, relax your body, and visualize yourself breathing with your whole being, from the bottom of your feet to the top of your crown. Now here the fuck we are. Another uncomfortable conversation with yours truly, Kashil Teaches. Now, usually, I ease my way into shit, but lately, I don't have time or the patience to be easing into things anymore. It's nothing personal. It's just with the time that we're living in, tiptoeing is kind of out the window at this point. Like, all the cap, all the speculation, that shit's out the window at this point. We are dealing with what I like to call the colliding of fucking worlds. If you don't know what I mean by that, let me break it down for you. You see, this planet, this is just a Earth kingdom. This is just a Earth kingdom. There is an Earth kingdom. There is an old kingdom. There is a new kingdom. There is a fucking ice kingdom. a sky kingdom, a water kingdom. Okay? Understand, we are not the only intelligent beings on the planet. We have never been the only intelligent beings on this planet. Okay? Now, there's certain things being set in motion financially, economically, technology wise, banking wise, politically. Some things are ethical and beneficial. Some things are very unethical and, quite frankly, pretty counterproductive to the society we live in. But understand, this shit is not gonna get any better. Okay? The hope of life going back to normal, leave it the fuck alone. It's not going to. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news and like say accept what we've experienced, because don't even get comfortable with this shit. You think it's bad now. I promise you, it is not as bad as you think it is. And it's gonna get a whole lot worse. Okay? We got a lot of war. We got a lot of infiltration. Wagwan, come on in, come on in. We got a lot of infiltration. Right? When you look at the news and you see all the politics and shit, it's just political satire. They're just occupying your fucking brains. This shit is not what you think it is, bro. It's not what you think it is, okay? If there is anything the elite hate more than indigenous beings, it is our Caucasoid brothers with red hair, also known as an Irish person. They call them inside out niggas. I want y'all to understand that we have a Luciferian president. And this whole thing is a ritual. And it's going to have some pros. And it's going to have some fucking cons. But when I tell you, now is not the time to get political. Now is the time to sit the fuck down and stay out of it. Stay out of it. Just stay out of it. Alright? This is not your fucking fight. This shit is a ritual. Let this shit play out, bro. If anything, raise your fucking wands. Raise your weapon. Raise your fucking weapons. Raise your fucking wands. Now is the time to get real crafty with your shit, player. Go ahead and figure out what you're good at. Master your magic. Yeah, them Celtics, them Black Irish, the red hair. Remember when I told y'all red hair is a firm indicator of melanin, which is why all them motherfucking Aryans with them blue eyes and all them fucking them Gentile Jews, all them motherfucking $5 pretendians hate red hair. They created a whole bunch of false narratives calling y'all Nephilim and hybrid false angels. But why? Why? Because you see, there's a certain percentage in the mitochondrial DNA of people who hold higher percentages of melanin, rather it be EU melanin or FEU melanin, or a high concentration of what? Neuromelanin. We all have these things. But if you're not tapping into that shit, if you're not using that shit to your advantage, what the fuck are you doing with it? Nothing. Not a damn thing, bro. Nah, this shit real. This shit real as fuck, alright? Understand something. It's never been about race. This is a bloodline birthright issue. Okay? You could tell. Because where's the capital of Tartaria? Present-day Russia. And are we talking peace with Russia? I think we are. I think we are. Why? We don't want them problems with Russia. Alright? We really fucking don't. But at the end of the day, yes, O'Neal. My mom's maiden name is Neal. NEIL, nigga. Yes. Yes. All this shit, like, listen, there is no such thing as a supreme, superior fucking bloodline. Like, there's no such thing as a supreme, pure race. Don't you understand? We all mixed in and intermingled for a long time in several different tribes and land masses for a very long time. A really, really, really long time. You expect that you really think that there's a pure bloodline out here? You really think that there's a superior race? Show me or exhibit me one example of superiority across the fucking board. And I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about right now, 2025. Show me an example of superiority. We could talk about whites, we could talk about Indians, we could talk about the indigenous, or we could talk about the non-organic. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, there's what point is having God genetics if you're not tapping into it? If you have blood ties to the land and ancestral mitochondria running through your DNA, we're all tapping into the same codes. Don't you understand that cellular memory? That's genetic memory. We're all performing mental alchemy, varying from light to dark brown skin. Why is it that we all have the same common ancestry? You see, there's one. It's one big tribe. It's one big fucking group, and we're scattered, dispersed, separated from one another, thinking we're different fucking people. When in reality, we all do the same shit. There you go. Go feed them green spirits. We're all doing the same shit. Meanwhile, I want y'all to understand something. There's this group of niggas out here called the Boule. They've been out here for quite some time. And how come no one's talking about these niggas? How come no one's talking about the Boule like they don't exist? Like there isn't a whole group and several different chapters of a secret society of black people who don't like black people, who shut out black people, who have worked with the enemy to destroy us for a very long fucking time. How come we're not talking about that? Why do we just keep ignoring the whole fucking picture? You see, the MLK documents have been released. Everything's coming fucking out. If it's not out now, it will be out soon. And you're going to come to realize that we've been going against each other. What did I tell y'all was finna happen? Whenever they silence us, they're going to come after who? What's happening right now with ICE? What the fuck did I tell you was going to happen? Did I not say that? But nah, go ahead and ignore a nigga, right? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Meanwhile, if you think about all the gang members, all the shooters, all the cartel members who have family members in the police, who have family members and cousins in the government, in politics, in the military. If we just fucking band together and stop acting like animals and understand that it is us versus them. There is nothing else. There is nothing else. All this shit. Listen. What if, you see what happens when you put ants in a jar and you shake them up and then you open the jar and let the ants come out? They start killing each other because they think the other ants did it, and the other ants think Their parents did it. Meanwhile, there is an outside force that shook the fucking jar, that made them fight, that made them hate each other. They just opened the jar and watched them kill each other. You see, that's basically how I feel about all this segregation and all this fucking racism. I'm just gonna call it for what the fuck it is, bro. There's real people out there with souls. There's real people out there who have a heart that aren't bad. And they don't look like me. And there's people out there who are fucking heartless, who beat up people and shoot at people who look like me, at their own people every fucking day. And we turn a blind eye to it. We don't talk about that shit, right? We don't talk about how for the past 25 years we've normalized black people killing black people. Selling drugs to our own people. Pimping and destroying our own women. Destroying our own communities. That's not what hip-hop was about, so don't blame it on the fucking music. Don't blame it on the music. There's always been real artists out there. There's always been real art, genuine art out there. So don't blame it on the culture. It's never been the fucking... It's always been the fucking need to want to be cool. All you motherfuckers who want to be gang members, all you motherfuckers who want to be gangster, all you motherfuckers who want to join a gang and kill people and sell drugs and be the hottest nigga on the block, let's be honest, it's tough guy shit. You want to be cool. You want to fit in. You want to make sure no one fucks with you. You want to make sure no one tries you. You want the respect. That's what it is. Niggas be like, nah, it's for the money, it's for the bitches. Nah, bruh, it's for the respect. Before you was gangbanging, before you was on what you was on, you were a fucking nobody. And you knew it. A lot of these niggas come from broken homes. They don't have a dad. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got the best house life. They ain't got the best family dynamic. So they go looking for a family in the streets. And when they find it, you damn right they're fucking loyal to it. They're willing to die for that shit. You damn fucking right they're willing to die for that shit. So where does it come from? That comes from a broken home. That comes from being lonely. Weakness. Character fucking flaws. Again, not a form of superiority. Now is it? Do warriors have character fucking flaws? I didn't think so. And where do we learn it from? It didn't start with us young niggas. Where do we see that shit? Where do we learn it from? How did we feel growing up? It was like if you weren't a gangster, if you weren't a killer, if you weren't a cholo, a blood, or a crip, if you weren't banging, the bitches ain't gonna like you. You're not gonna get no money. You're not gonna get no respect. Right or wrong? Doing the right thing was frowned upon. For how long? For how long did the youth not have a voice? How many people you know from an older generation to be like, children are heard. Children are not heard. They are seen. You speak when spoken to you. Your opinion, your feelings. Niggas got beat back then, bro. For nothing. Understand something. That is behavioral conditioning. That's fucking mind control. Where do we learn that behavior? Where if your kids aren't obeying, let's beat them until they listen. Let's yell at them. Instead of you listening to me, I'm going to kick you the fuck out because you don't want to listen to me. You want to be grown, so I'm going to throw you into the world with the fucking wolves and let you fend for yourself instead of nurture you and talk some sense into you. How does that make sense? Like, fucking make it make sense. Now, am I telling you to pat people on the ass? No, people are the way they are because motherfuckers ain't getting their asses whooped nowadays. That's potentially part of the problem. But I genuinely feel like there's a way to discipline somebody, and then there's a way to mold a person with discipline. You get what I'm saying? Now, as a whole fucking culture, we've been doing shit the wrong way. If I'm wrong, why is the world the state it's in? When I listen to the music of these young niggas, y'all just hear killers. Y'all just hear drug dealers. I hear pain. I hear loneliness. I hear people who are suffering, who are abandoned because they've been betrayed. That's what I hear in music. I hear trust issues. I hear abandonment issues. Y'all just hear trap, drugs, nigga, 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 nigga. When in reality, these motherfuckers are telling you their life. They're telling you what's happening. They're telling you what they went through, right? Not for you to go copy that shit and paste that shit and do it. Not for you. Like, listen, I was raised that you are not your music. It is okay to listen to, but you are not your music. Just because you hear it in a song does not mean you go do that shit. That's what the fuck I was brought off of, right off the rip. Nowadays, you have to remember, we don't know these people. We've never met any of these people. We don't know them. But, like, they created a system to where we obsess and intellectualize over these so-called celebrities who we've never met, who we do not fucking know. We don't know their backstory. We don't know their family. We just know their success as a celebrity. You got TMZ, you got tabloids, you got all these people giving you all this news and all these stories about these people who we don't fucking know. They've made a whole business off of people's speculation, basically on a high-profile stranger. And, man, ooh, there's a fucking fly somewhere around here, bro, and it's pissing me off. It's bugging me. Like, listen. Try to monitor me all you want, guys. This shit don't bother me when it comes to these monitoring fucking motherfuckers out here. Like, you gotta understand one thing about spirituality. This shit right here is not for the weak, okay? It's not for the weak. You're gonna have to go through some things. You have to learn some stuff on your own sometimes, okay? You're gonna see through the veil. You're gonna see through the veil. When you see through the veil, you can't unsee what the fuck you know. You can't unlearn what the fuck you know. Either you can apply it, or you can ignore it. You know what's gonna happen if you ignore it. And then when you start applying what you know in your life, you start realizing how real this shit really is, huh? It's crazy, right? Nah, it's not crazy. It's spirit. It's divine. It's cosmic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got, right now in the conscious community, you got motherfuckers who are genuinely out here to help. You got people who are genuinely out here to teach and develop products. You know what I'm saying? And then you got motherfuckers out here just competing with the next man, just trying to be the smartest nigga in the room. If I'm lying, why have we reverted back to the debate era? It's like they waited for Brother Panic to die to start bringing back debates. This shit is stupid. It's so counterproductive and redundant. Everything, and I mean every fucking argument, every point can be argued. It's the law of polarity. What does that mean? Both sides are right in their own way. You see, the thing about life, I'm going to give it to you like this. The person who believes and thinks he is right and the person who believes and thinks they are wrong are both correct. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. The person who believes they are correct and knows they are correct, and the person who believes they are wrong and knows they are wrong are both right. What does that mean? You see, all across the board, whether it be Christianity, Catholicism, Gnosticism, paganism, Islam, Judaism, Jainism, any dharmic religion, any karma-based religion, even animism, they all have the same core principles. They're all telling you the same thing. Yeah, they have different gods, different goddesses, different forms of the mental alchemy that you're performing. You see, every mythological story, and yes, Christianity is a mythological story. All these stories can be pointed back to you, pointed back to your body, pointed back to the cosmos. All these stories, it's your story the whole time. It's been the story of you. the whole time. The story of the organic technology versus the inorganic technology, not the organic race versus the inorganic race. You have to understand something. We are not from this planet. None of us are from this fucking planet. We are all inorganic to this goddamn planet. Why? Because we all came from the same source. If I'm lying, why does the mitochondria DNA of mankind trace back to one gene pool in one woman in Africa, when there were more women alive at the same time? But humanity's survival depended on the mitochondria DNA that made every genophenotype of every race on the planet encased in one fucking female. How, Sway? How? How, Sway? We're not from here, nigga. We never were. In a sense, a lot of us are genetic anomalies. 1 in a billion chance of becoming. And we did. And we thrived and made multiple civilizations. We went through a Bronze Age, a Silver Age, a Gold Age, up until where we are now in present day. Think about it. Even plants have melanin. What is that telling you? Everything has an ancestor. Even animals do. What is that telling you? We have 4-legged beasts as pets. They might not be as big, but we still have 4-legged beasts as pets. And you mean to tell me that this is normal? See, there's so much divine shit that we do all the time. People just overlook it and think it's normal. It's not fucking normal. That's not normal. There's nothing normal about that. There's nothing organic about that for any of us, bro. This is the whole point I'm trying to make. Listen, if every redneck in the world got together, if every nigga, every redneck, every Latino, everybody just got together, understand something, they couldn't stop us. We'd have the trucks, we'd have the ammunition, we'd have the builders, we'd have the sellers, we'd have the creators, literally everything you need. But nah, we want to fucking fight each other because somebody has to be right. Don't you realize all this shit is an ego grab? They're telling you you're gods. They're telling you you're queens and kings to make you feel good about yourself. It's the same stuff the neo-Nazi party did and the white supremacist party did back in the early 80s, 70s, 60s, and 90s to young white males. It's called coercion. They're telling you black power, black pride, not realizing that's the same mindset. They're teaching you to become the oppressor. That's what they're doing. I'm not telling you to sit here and ignore what happened. Fuck no. No. But not everybody is bad, nigga. Listen. If you go into the hood right now, black or white, who gonna hurt you? Because here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you right now. The hood is not how they depict it on TV. You go in the hood right now. No matter what color you are, bro, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. They're gonna leave you the fuck alone. Why? Because you ain't starting no shit. If you don't start no shit, there won't be no shit. If you don't start no shit, there won't be no shit. I promise you that. I'm from the hood. I promise you this, nigga. The hood people in the projects, we don't give a fuck what color you are. You treat us good, we finna treat you good. I know white boys in the hood who are niggas. I don't give a fuck what you say. That is a black person trapped in a white person's body. Fight like a nigga, fuck like a nigga, the sisters like him, cook like a brother, talk like a brother, nigga got soul, could dance, know how to hoop, could jump high, all that shit. So stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. I don't seen that shit. I don't seen it in real fucking life. With these 2 eyes, bro. I don't experience white people tap into divine realms through meditation and teach me some shit about magic. Teach me some shit about breath work. Now, that I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that, bro. At the end of the day, everybody has something to offer to the table. Everybody has something to offer to the table. Everybody has something to bring to the fucking table. And see, we keep on trying to think we're our ancestors. Our ancestors live in us. They're in our blood. As I was saying earlier, we are not separated by race. What you need, mama? Oh, thanks. Okay. Go ahead and play. I'll be in there in a second. This is the whole fucking point I'm trying to make about race. This is a birthright issue. This is a birthright issue. Nigga, look at how dark I am. I am French, I am Dutch, and I am Scandinavian. As well as fucking indigenous. As well as being Blackfoot Indian. As well as being Nigerian and Cape Verdean. There is no such thing as a pure race, nigga. There's no such thing as a pure bloodline, bro. That shit doesn't exist anymore. Get that shit out of your head. When it comes to spiritually, when it comes to cosmically and divinity, the outside forces, the unseen world, they don't look at the flesh, dummy. We're animating the flesh. They're looking at what's inside, animating the flesh. Not the color of your skin. They're looking for light, bro. Why do you think motherfuckers are able to exist on this realm and do good and tap into things? For even with nature being tampered, even with the elements against us, even with religion and propaganda and the news against us, they've separated man against woman. They have already separated the young against the old. They're going back to trying to separate fucking people with race again. Understand, they're playing all the old tricks in the book all at once, dude. It's been the same fucking year the whole time. And it's like we've lived through the 1950s all the way through the 90s again. Don't you see what's going on? This is a psyop. Even some of this spirituality, divinity. Let me tell you something about spirit. That spirit, life force, energy. If you don't breathe, you hold your breath, you're not gonna die. You're gonna fucking lose consciousness, somebody. And then as soon as you lose consciousness, you're gonna breathe automatically. What is that animating your body? What is that controlling your body? Telling you to breathe whenever you're not consciously aware of it. What's controlling your body when you're asleep astral planing? Right. What wakes you up every fucking day? What allows you to concentrate and think? Right. You see, breath is spirit. And to master breath work, to practice breath work, to understand the sensations and vibrations and energy that you are breathing in during this practice, rather it be prana, chi, arihi, it all means the same thing, life force energy. So everyone's like, oh, you going on a breathuality journey? No, you dumb motherfucker. Spirit is what gives life force energy. Spirit is breath. Everything breathes. Even plants breathe. Trees breathe. Animals breathe. Even water cleans itself as it flows through in nature. So whenever someone tries to discredit somebody for saying they're going on a spirituality journey, what started your journey? Was it not the word spirituality? Was it not divinity and cosmic breath of the celestial dragon, the cosmic rainbow serpent? I know him as Damballa. What do you know it as? But here's the thing. That's your fucking DNA. That's the double helix spiral of the DNA and the DEA of the 9, 6, and 12 strand DNA beings on the planet. I don't give a fuck if you're a white person. You're still cosmically, you have a reason to be here. Yes, your ancestors might have done some fucked up shit, but unlike most black people, I'm not gonna ignore the fucked up shit my people still do today, and my ancestors did back in the past. I'm not gonna sit here and turn a blind eye and act like the Moors didn't turn their back on their own people and then try to fix it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like there wasn't a whole bunch of tribes involved in slavery before the European was even known. I'm not gonna sit here and act like we weren't the first rapists and the first murderers and the first conquerors, since black people were the first black everything, right? See, people want to talk about being black only when it's fucking beneficial and when it's good for them. They don't really want to talk about the fact that black means dead. And it's a legal status. And that people are not fucking colors. There is no such thing as a white person. There's no such thing as a fucking black person. What we're talking about is now in terms of legality. This is a political status thing. So when people say, I am Hispanic, I am African American, wrong. Africa is named after a person. America is named after a person. So how are you, a person or a group of people named after two different fucking people? How does that work? Because in order for you to have a nationality, you have to have a landmass, a language, and a fucking culture. So let me ask you a question. Where is the black land, the black language, and the black culture? Where's the Hispanic land, the Hispanic language, and the Hispanic culture? You see, all this shit runs off of what? Admiralty law and jurisdiction. And most importantly, etymology, language. Keep your ass running around in circles, making you think you're fucking something that you're not, and turn against somebody because they call theirself or identify as something that they're not. Meanwhile, y'all are both the same fucking people. The only fucking difference is some of y'all were closer to the sun after the Great Migration, and some of y'all were closer to the water after the Great Migration. You have to remember, we were all in an ice age for thousands of years without any exposure to the fucking sun. For a very long time. An extremely long time. There was no sunlight for everybody across the planet. Once the ice age was over, some people had to be in warmer climates. Some people had to be in cooler climates. The cooler climates were where the water was. The hotter climates were, I don't know, places like the Sahara. Then you had people who needed to be in the freshness, kind of in the middle, like in the tundra or in the grassland areas. And now we segregated ourselves. We were still holding the same key principles and core values. If not, how the fuck were the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Incans, and the Egyptians in ancient Hicupta or Kemet all doing the same thing without direct communication with each other? Dressing the same way without direct communication with each other? How the fuck are the Olmecs and the Toltecs and the Mohicans all doing the same shit if we're not the same people? Explain yourself. See, no one want to talk about that. We want to talk about what we did to our own people out of the fucking greed of gold and diamonds. And how to this day, Sierra Leone is still the diamond capital of the world, and how they get paid cents and pennies. But the diamonds that they're mining for us here in America are worth millions and billions of dollars. Y'all think that's okay? Is all you think it's cool to be flexing with your blood diamond? Nah, that shit's fucked up and unethical. And then you think about all the things that are happening. All the war, all the floods, all the fucking tornadoes, all the fires. Understand something, bro. Raise your wand. Raise your weapon. Raise your wand. Raise your weapon. Protect your family. Love your kids. Listen to them. Play with them. Enjoy the time you have with your family. Make yourself useful. Develop a skill. Shit, if you ain't got no skills, learn a service. If you're too lazy to learn a service, read a book. Make yourself useful. Make yourself useful. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you think this shit is over? No, it's just beginning. This is just the start. This is just the tipping point, my friend. Brethren, this is just the tipping point. Don't y'all see what's going on? Turn white against black. Turn young against old. Turn the man against the woman. Turn the daughter against the mother and the son against the father. Divide and conquer. Right here in your face. All the time. True shit. The greatest teacher in my life, where I've learned the most life lessons, were my two daughters. You see, growing up, I had to be a little harder. Now I have to learn to be gentle, kind, have empathy. That's the balance. You see, it takes something precious to you to really activate your journey. And once something has been taken for you, and once that precious thing is jeopardized, you gotta protect them. You gotta protect your wife. If they're not your wife, listen. Niggas want to intellectualize and imagine about the past like we gonna ever bring some shit back to ancient Egypt. Instead of bringing it back to ancient Egypt, ancient Samaria, ancient Scandinavia, why don't we try to live righteously, present day? Next time you see a man, treat him like your brother. Treat him like your sister. Treat him like your uncle. Treat him like your nephew. Treat him like your son. Next time you see a woman, treat her how you treat a sister. Treat her how you treat a niece. When each one can teach one, the world becomes a better place. When we stop looking at people like NPCs, when we stop looking at people like fucking, oh, that's a white bitch, it's a black bitch, it's a fucking nigga, fucking white boy, fucking wabo, fucking hotep ass nigga. Instead of doing that shit, why don't you see the eye in eye and understand that no matter what, we all have something to bring to the table. We might not always agree with each other, but right now, we have a fucking common enemy that don't give a fuck. And that's point blank, period. And the number one objective, get to the children. How many kids have died? How many kids have drowned in floods? Died from bombings. Died in shootings. Died from drug overdoses. Died from poor diets. Human trafficking. Rituals. Just 2025 alone. How many children have to die because of gang violence? Cartel wars. And we're all the same people. All I'm saying is, everybody got a homeboy, a cousin, an auntie, or an uncle in the political life or the military. All of us. Now, am I saying let's be violent? No. Nobody has to kill anybody. If we start training, learn how to use weapons, learn how to diffuse situations with non-deadly force, understand something. We're already cold enough as it is. They expect you to be a monster. How have they painted us in the news already? How have they painted us in movies for generation to generation to generation? Every time you watch a fucking music video, what do you see? They expect you to be a monster. Show them what the predator looks like. Cloak. Raise your wand. Tap in with yourself, bro. Learn your magic. All magic is the science of the unseen. This shit is scientific as fuck. I promise you. It's not the way people think it is. All holy moly mumbo jumbo. It's very fucking real. But it is science. You have to put this shit into work in order to reap the benefits of it. You don't believe me? Just practice law 1. Just practice the first law of the 7 Hermetic Principles. Mentalism. For 2 weeks. Just practice mentalism for 2 weeks. And then you'll see what the fuck I'm talking about. And then move on to the next Hermetic Principle. And integrate those two. And you'll see what the fuck I'm talking about. You see, what you put out, you get back. There's a lot of people on this planet right now who have a lot of fucking hate in their heart. Because they've been rejected or betrayed by women. They hate all women because they've been hurt or abused or scammed by black people. They hate all black people because they suffered a hand of racism. They hate all white people. There's people out here right now that are really hurt and holding a lot of fucking pain in their heart. So they're disloyal to their self. They're disloyal to you. They're disloyal to everybody around them because they want y'all to feel what the fuck they feel. They're crying for help. They're crying for help. Don't you realize motherfuckers on this internet every day? How the fuck are you on the internet posting every day and you have kids? What are you doing with your children? How the fuck are you sitting here saying you're happy, but every night you're drinking a bottle? Every fucking day you're fucked up. You're going out. You're partying. You're self-medicating is what you're doing. There's a lot of people on the earth right now that are not happy. And they refuse to even acknowledge it or accept the fact that they're not happy. So instead of just trying to fix that, they'd rather take a doctor's prescription, or better yet, put all their pain and take all their anger out on you and everybody like them and around them. And that's the fucking problem. The only way out is unity consciousness and love. I'm not saying turn a blind eye. I'm not saying turn the other cheek and let a nigga hit you. Nah, fuck that. Nigga hit you in the face, you beat his ass. But then after that, man to man, you lift him up. Loser buys the beer, loser buys the blunt. I'm done with this killing people shit. It's fucking, you have to understand, I have 2 fucking daughters that are growing up in this world that I have to raise in this world, and it's already bad enough. I don't have little boys I could raise to be warriors. I have to weaponize these 2 little girls. And I have to keep in mind, they deserve a fucking childhood. Everybody's over here all consumed with spirituality and diet and detoxing. We forgot about taking kids to the park. You know, all summer, I haven't seen a single fucking child outside playing. Every time I take my daughters to go play outside at the park, there's no kids. We don't want to talk about that, right? We don't want to talk about the fact that as there are so many kids on drugs and so many kids on the streets, maybe because they're not happy at home. Maybe it's because their parents are ignoring them. Maybe it's because their parents aren't spending time with them. They're spending more time on their fucking phone, making content. They're spending more time playing the fucking game or hustling, trying to make money, when wealth is your health and your relationship with your family. You developed a new vessel of your bloodline when you chose to have a child. They didn't choose to come here. And everyone begins to forget that. I have 2 fucking kids that I have to show how to be queens in a world where there's nothing but fucking concubines and whores. Where it's okay to be a whore, but it's not okay to be a good woman. I got a good woman. You know how fucking rare that is? You know how hard it is for her because she's a good woman? You know how other women look at? Nah, bro. Like, you don't fucking even understand the half of how wicked this world truly is. Everything that is popular, everything that is trending or cool that people want to do to fit in, gives you everything you need to destroy yourself. Everything you need to destroy yourself. And then when they can't use that shit against you, they use the love and the pride you have for yourself or your people against you. I've seen it happen too many times, bro. You already see the passion in my eyes. I mean what the fuck I'm saying right now. I mean what the fuck I'm saying right now. You got a lot of people who want to come on the internet and talk that shit, talk that sass, but they're not living that life. Understand, I don't post every day. I can't be consistent as people want me to because I got 2 daughters that need me. I got a wife that fucking needs me. I can't be on live all the time. I can't make lessons for y'all all the time. I have a fucking life. I have mouths that need to feed. A lot of people don't have a life. They live for those 23 likes. They live for those 100 likes. That's their life. Likes and views. My life is hugs and kisses. Gratitude for how good of a father I am for my wife and my children. That's what fucking pays me. That's what gives me the gratitude and the fucking energy and the passion to keep going. That's my why. My family. People are driven off of desire, lust, and likes. They're driven off of being acceptable. Fuck being accepted. I don't give a fuck if anyone likes me. I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. Why? Because sometimes the truth hurt. Do you have any idea how many kids are missing? How many teenage girls are missing? How many teenage boys are missing? Because they ran away from home. Because they didn't feel welcome. They didn't feel heard. You know how many motherfucking kids are dead because they chose a drug was better. The streets was better. You see, they don't want to talk about that ugly side of the fucking reality. A lot of people are out here right now struggling, yes, by choices and decisions that they made. Yes, they attracted it because it was in their heart. They don't want to fucking acknowledge that. They want to be like, love will conquer all. Sometimes you have, like, love is hard, nigga. Love is, well, yeah, that's right, bro. Love is tough. Love is tough. Sometimes it ain't easy to love. You see, it's easy to hate. It's easy to do bad. Any boy with a dick can make a baby, but it takes a fucking man to work hard and make money and stay there throughout all the ups and downs and all the bullshit and raise his fucking family and provide for his wife. That takes a man, not a boy. And right now I see a lot of grown-ass boys on the internet talking about what it means to be a man. Don't even got a fucking woman. Don't even got a fucking kid. That's why when it comes to man shit, bro, I'm gonna listen to Gary GG33 before I listen to any of these motherfuckers, because he's actually a man. He's actually a man. Because he says some shit about men and sensitive males don't like it, doesn't mean it's not fucking true. My ultimate goal, the reason why I work so fucking hard, the reason why even though I don't have a job, I still find a way to provide money for my wife and kids, is because I am supposed to retire my goddamn wife. I'm supposed to be paying the goddamn bills. This is what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I don't get a goddamn pat on the back for being a man. And niggas tend to forget. They think you deserve a pat on the back for being a man. Just how you don't deserve a pat on the back for being a woman, being a good mother. You don't deserve a pat on the back for being a good fucking man. Just be a fucking man. Just be a fucking man. Man cry. Man get emotional. Stop acting tough all the goddamn time and say what's on your mind. That's what a man does. Little boys hold their emotions in. Little boys flash out. Little boys have temper tantrums. Why is it that I could speak to y'all in authority, where you could hear my emotion and you can see my emotion off of my facial expressions without me having to raise my voice or yell? It's that fucking easy. It's called voicial tone. Tone frequency. Like, real shit. Niggas don't understand the silent battles that people go through on a daily. It's not easy being a good woman. It's not easy being a good man. It's not easy being righteous in a world full of wicked, treacherous, unloyal, disloyal motherfuckers. That shit is real fucking hard, bruh. It is. But you know what? Life is to suffer. But to live your life is to find meaning in it. A lot of people are suffering and they're so depressed because they don't have any fucking meaning. They're just blindlessly making content. They don't have children. They don't have a family to protect. They're just blindly working out for some war they think is coming. You have to have a fucking reason to stay consistent, to stay disciplined with this shit. You gotta love this shit with a passion, bro. I genuinely love this shit. I love what I do. That's why it doesn't feel like I'm working. I love what I do. I love being a father. I love being a husband. I love being a teacher. I love being a gardener. I love my plants. I love my tinctures. I love my herbs. I love creating medicine to help other people. I love making lessons to help people think. Not to change the way they think, but to aid the process of thinking. That's this wisdom, this knowledge that I have. Understand, this shit came with pain. This shit came with sacrifice. This shit came with loss, betrayal, hurt, tears, sacrifice. Y'all know what the fuck. You see, a lot of people want my light, but they don't know what I had to go through to get it. They don't know what I had to go through to even come this fucking far, bro. They don't know what I had to let go of to come this far, bro. And you know why I keep going? Because I got 2 kids in there that need me, that depend on me. I got a wife that depends on me, nigga. I have ancestors that visit me in my dreams that remind me every day that they did not die in vain. People tend to forget we all have ancestors who migrated to the great Americas for a reason, a better life. Do not let them die in vain. Wake up every day like there's cameras watching you. Wake up every day like there's spirits watching you. Because there is. Just because you can't see them does not mean it's there. Niggas want to talk that shit, but don't live it. And that's why I make the content that I make. Meat for the strong man. I made that content for a reason. Decoding Saturn, decoding the black cube. I made that shit for a reason. Niggas want to come at me because I read out of books. Niggas want to come at me because I sell books. Let me tell every motherfucking hater, every dick writer right now who wants to talk shit about Kashil Teaches, because I decided that niggas are too dumbed down. And everybody was coming to me like, yo, where do you know this? How did you get this from? I decided myself that I was going to make books cool again. I was going to make reading cool again. See, little do you not know, I live in a state where illiteracy is at the highest rate. These kids and these adults in the state that I live in don't know how to fucking read. So yeah, reading is a big deal to me. Reading is a big deal to me. Books are a big deal to me. They are a big deal to me. They're a big deal to society. There are certain things like culture and history that have been documented that nobody would know if it was not in a book. There are stories, autobiographies that have shaped the fabric of America. Shaped the fabric of America by books. We didn't have the Age of Enlightenment and the Renaissance era for no fucking reason. That came with literature, not illiteracy. So yes, I push knowledge. I'm not pushing drugs. I'm not pushing degeneracy. I'm not telling people to go against your parents. I'm not telling people to drop out of school. I'm not telling people none of that shit. I am telling people to read a fucking book. And y'all want to come at me because I'm pushing knowledge and I let people pick their price. I'm doing this shit the right way. Oh, you only have $1? You only got $5, but you need this? I got you, bro. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you this, and this. You cool. It's on me. Because that's how I am. Because I know what it's like when you're searching for something and you can't find it. When you need something and people have it, but they're gatekeeping it for a fee. You got to pay $1,000 for this one thing. You got to pay $250 for one thing. When it's really worth maybe $100, maybe $50. And that's the shit I'm talking about. Don't fucking try to come at me like I'm doing something wrong when I'm actually giving people spells that work. I'm actually telling people ceremonies that they can do to help their self. I'm teaching people how to properly meditate and incorporate their imagination and utilize the 5 senses. I'm teaching things you can actually practically use and apply. What I teach is not conspiracy. What I show is not conspiracy. And all my motherfucking homies in here, like Mr. Synchronicity, can vouch for that shit. I've never in my life told y'all to do something that I did not do myself. Coming out with teas. Who comes out with, man, bro, you don't understand the things that I do, the things that I channel. This stuff, a lot of this shit comes to me from dreams. And then I try it. And it works. And instead of keeping that shit to myself, I share it with everybody. Because that's what it's about. If it was about the money, understand I'd be rich as fuck right now. I'm a goddamn fire rat, a Sagittarius, and an Aquarius moon. I know how to attract money, bro. Trust me. Life Path 5, born on the 14th. Actually, Life Path 33, 5. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. But I'm not a dick. I actually have integrity. I actually have a heart. I think about people. That's why people rock with me. That's why people support me. I've been pushing out banger ass information. Niggas was just sleep on me for a minute. I've been putting out banger information. If it was about the views, don't you think I would have quit? If it was about the money, don't you think I would have upped my price? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. But anyways, my kids are bored. I have to play with my kids. I gotta spend some time. I gotta be a dad. I gotta be a husband. I gotta be a husband. I gotta do what I gotta do. And I'll give y'all a little bone. The next time you feel like there's negative energy around you, wash yourself with coffee grinds. Fresh coffee grinds. The next time you need some money, put some honey in your palm. And wash it. Wash your hands. And make sure when you wash your hands, you bring it back towards yourself. That's what you all need to focus on. Things that you can use and apply to your life that actually work. You see, it's funny how I have such a small following, but yet my influence, you see it showing up on how many people's pages? Word for word? How many people decided to start cutting their hair the minute I fucking popped up on Instagram? Don't play with me. Don't fucking play with me. Everybody know what's up. And I appreciate the real ones who've been rocking with me since day one. Like Logan. Like Glenn on Jane. You know what I'm saying? Like Gizmo. Like fucking Mr. Mind Your Business. Back at your town. Like, see, a lot of motherfuckers want to sit here and come at your boy when all I am doing is being real and authentic. Niggas want to talk shit like I'm not spiritually inclined. I have dreams, bro. I know shit. But the problem is, you see, I don't care enough to care. I don't care enough to care. That's the problem. Niggas care about their haters and their enemies. I don't give a fuck. Because I know the minute they fuck around, they're going to find out. Because I'm actually a good person. I'm actually a righteous person. My karma has been clean and cleared. And the minute someone tries to fuck with me, sure, I'll see a fly here, fly there, something. But I always end up finding out some news about somebody like, And that's how I get my confirmation. Like, oh, so it was you trying to fuck with me. Oh. And I just play it off cool, like, damn, that's terrible. That sucks. That's really bad news. I'm so sorry to hear that. Because I'm not in control. You have to understand, I am not in control of how my ancestors and my spiritual defense team decide to punch those who fuck with me. I am not in control of that. I tell people, please do something safe. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. I promise you, this is not what people want. I am not who people think I am. I am not one of them. I'm one of them ones, boy. For real, for real. But I gotta go. Peace.